Vanessa with us today. She has done her MD in Ayurvedic, and the purpose of this interview is to create an awareness about telemedicine, which is initiated by IIT Bombay, and we're doing it on college basis. Hello ma'am. We'd like to know, we'd like to have more information about telemedicine and why it is needed in India.
Okay, in fact, telemedicine for at least me, I think, and most of the doctors is a totally new concept, because what our books in medicine say is that you can never ever completely assess a patient or diagnose a patient without examining the patient. So there itself, 50% disadvantage is there. But considering the practical difficulties, the distance, because Ayurveda also, in fact, the field in which I practice is getting global day by day. We have patients who are abroad, and it's not possible to consult them practically every day and examine them. So I think telemedicine is a good option for that. But it is new for me. But I would like to know more from you only.
Okay, ma'am. And the next question is, how is telemedicine profitable for people as well as doctors?
Profitable for people, I guess, it's because it saves their time commuting, that is traveling. And sometimes, it is not practically a patient who is bedridden. It's not possible to bring a patient all the way so long at this distance to the clinic. So in those cases, I think it is profitable for the patient in that way, because bringing an ambulance and commuting the patient right from a long distance to the clinic is really difficult. And from the doctor's point of view, okay, we don't have to use upon those patients, because I can't possibly say, I cannot visit the patient over there. So if the relatives provide some primary information, the case profile or the investigations reports on phone, it is useful for doctors also. So profitable in the sense, it saves a lot of time and cost.
Okay. Can you share some experiences with us about telemedicine?
Okay, as I said, it is new to me, but yes, nowadays, unwillingly, I think we have to resort to such new techniques, because I had a patient who had been here from France, and she was a cancer patient. The problem here is patients which come to my clinic, I can call them for follow-ups, regular follow-ups, and they can come and personally meet me. But patients who are abroad, they cannot come personally to me. So at the moment, unknowingly, knowingly, we are practicing telemedicine, because she calls me or she mails me her problems, and then I will suggest medicines, and I send medicines according to that. But medically, no, the conventional method is the best method, because you have to examine the patient. That is very, very important. It's
Okay,
not
ma'am.
about
And
asking.
is the telemedicine reliable? Is it reaching every corner?
Is it reliable? I first answer the first part of the question. Is it reliable? I can't say really. To some extent, yes. Depends on the individual skills of the doctor. But what he or she can diagnose on the basis of whatever information they are getting from the patient. But seeing the patient and listening about the patient are two different things. Practically, I need to put the stethoscope, I need to check the blood pressure. Even if the relatives tell me that this is the blood pressure, say the BP varies from say 120/180 to 150/90. But at the end of the day, it is the doctor's touch. You need to feel the BP, you need to feel the pulse, you need to see the eyes, you need to examine the patient. And that is very, very important from diagnosis point of view. I think telemedicine, to some extent in that aspect, is a disadvantage. But yes, as I said, it's not always possible to practically meet the patient in person. So I guess partially reliable, I can say. And the second,
Is it reaching every corner?
no, frankly speaking, I don't think it is reaching every corner, because in the urban areas, in the cities is okay. I think it is reaching. Most of the doctors whom I know are also practicing telemedicine. But at the lower levels or at the basic levels or the root levels, that is in the rural areas, I don't think telemedicine works as yet. You need to, there's a lot of scope for telemedicine.
And considering all the good and bad things about telemedicine, till what extent a person can be cured with telemedicine?
Again, see, cure depends on diagnosis. The more perfect you diagnose the patient, the better you are in a position to give the apt treatment. Okay. As far as the practice which I am doing, that is Ayurveda is concerned, a lot depends on listening to the patient's problems, examining the patient, and inferring from the patient. So the inferring and listening part can be done. But say 30% of it is left out where I need to see the patient in person. So I guess that is a disadvantage because it does not give me the clear picture of the patient. It's really different, you know. Somebody, you telling me about some patient of yours, say suppose you have a relative, you telling me that my patient is suffering from stomachache since so many days. Now there are many types of stomachache. Where exactly is the pain? How deep it is? I need to feel, I need to palpate the patient. Okay? I need to feel the abdomen of the patient. That is what we cannot do in telemedicine. So there is always a chance that my diagnosis may be something nearby to what it is, and the treatment also will vary. So I won't be able to give the pinpoint treatment. So I think that is one disadvantage, but it need not always be because most of the cases can be treated with telemedicine. Okay?
And ma'am, our last question is, please tell us some advantage and disadvantages of telemedicine.
Yeah, advantage right now I am having an advantage because I don't have to lose all my patients. Because as I said, the patient who came in person from France to show me, she stayed here, but she couldn't stay here for more than 1 month. And 1 month is very less time to treat a patient who has undergone a surgery for cancer. So the limitation was that she could be here only for 1 month. If there was this option of telemedicine was not there, what would have happened is I would have lost on the patient. The patient would go back to her house in France and there is no contact. Probably she would have seen some other doctor there. And I lose upon the patient, that's a disadvantage to me. She loses upon good treatment, that is her disadvantage. So I guess I got my patients by telemedicine. She is still in contact, it's been about 1.5 years now. And I'm giving her example because she is a classical example to make in my practice. There are many more even in India who consult on phone, but we prefer the patient coming in person. But in this case, I cannot tell the patient to come from there every time. So the advantage is that she gets the treatment which she wants of her choice, and I don't get to lose my patient. And of course, I can earn.
Okay, thank you, ma'am, for giving your precious time to us. And I hope it will be productive for all of us.
Thanks
It's a
so much,
pleasure.
ma'am.